The view from a seat of a bike.
I don't think that people realize just how freeing and how much independence disabled people can get through biking. My name is Maria Town, and I live in Washington, D.C. I am a proud developmentally disabled woman. I have cerebral palsy. I got my first trike when I was 12, and it opened the world to me.
Maria on her trike, laughing.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Young. I'm a proud resident of Detroit, Michigan. I am an avid bike rider. I am in Detroit Bike Life. I'm with the No Limit Riders. Woo woo.
Tiffany and two friends with bikes.
For anybody that has chronic pain or problems, I'm gonna try not to cry. Things that are difficult for us that might not be difficult to somebody else. Biking, to me, gives me that ability. It's the most exhilarating feeling I think I can ever think of.
Tiffany smiling, riding her bike.
My name is Kutsia. I started to really lose a lot of vision, and when I moved to DC, I connected with an organization called the Metro Washington Association of Blind Athletes, and I went for my first tandem ride and discovered pretty immediately that I absolutely loved it.
Kutsia on the back of a tandem.
My name is Lisa Corvo. I'm a mother. I have a couple of kids, and I am also disabled. I have osteoarthritis in my hip.
Lisa rides with her daughter.
There's a lot of assumptions that obviously you can't be disabled if you ride a bike all the time.
Lisa gets off her bike and walks away using her cane.
Hey there, my name is Camille Patrice Dickens.
Camille on her bike.
I live in Columbus, Ohio. Riding a bicycle is the safest option for me. If I'm going through an intense manic phase due to my bipolar disorder.
Camille stands proudly next to her bike.
I think exercise is very important for anyone who is disabled, especially if you have a mental illness. What I love about biking is that I'm able to run my errands and I'm able to live my life.
Hi, my name is Chris Sparrow. I am from the southeastern United States. Before I became paralyzed, I did a lot of hiking and a lot of camping and backpacking. And when I became paralyzed, I thought all that had gone away.
Chris rides through the woods.
Someone showed me some adaptive mountain biking, and I realized that I could get that part of my life back, the part that loved to be in nature. That was something that was still accessible for me.
Chris speeds down a narrow dirt trail on his trike.
My name's Megan. I live in Davis, California.
Megan rides a bike with underseat steering.
I think a lot of people think of cycling in the city as stressful. I actually find it releases it because you're in a physical activity, so it allows your body to just let go of a lot of stress. I really want people to think about the larger accessibility of all the things that are involved with cycling, including bike racks and storage shelters and the bike hubs that are located at transit.
It's Leroy Franklin Moore Jr. This is my sixth bike, and 5 of them have been stolen near a bar. So now I just don't take my bike too far anymore.
Leroy in a bike shop, sitting on a pink trike.
I've been riding trike since I was a teenager. Matter of fact, I went to the Paralympics cycling. I do it, now to collect groceries.
Leroy grins, riding his trike.
But the thing is, for me, being a Black disabled man, I get stopped by the police all the time on my bike. They just don't know what to do with my bike. They want to get on the sidewalk, and they want to get on the street. They just don't know what to do with it.
Another man rides a recumbent trike.
I'm Blake Guyan. I have cerebral palsy and use a speech device for communication. I love biking because it allows me to get outside. I think people assume that wheelchair users like myself don't have the strength to ride a bike.
My name is Tim Doran. Tim rides his recumbent.
Bike. I'm myself and have
I bike 20 miles by myself, and I have a great sense of independence.
I'm Diane Iverson, and I'm a double amputee.
Diane on the front of a recumbent tandem.
I love to go to Seattle on my trike or on the tandem because I don't have to deal with balance. I don't have to deal with crowds. I can see what everybody else can see.
I'm a gay man colors. So, man, my body get down to
you and your bike get down together.
Have fun.
Photos of Damon with his blue trike, decorated with lights.
Anybody do anything we want to
do anything that they want to do.
We want what?
That if they want to ride bikes, they can ride bikes.
Don't judge.
And not to judge.
Have fun. Wow. Have fun.
That they want to have fun like everyone else wants to have. They want to have fun.
Damon and a group of other bike riders.
My name is Joelle, and I'm originally from Queens, New York, and I live with endometriosis. I use an e-bike to get around because it minimizes my pelvic pain.
Joelle rides her e-bike up a hill.
I think the biggest barrier to it is cost. I literally was working my butt off to be able to afford that.
My name is Pi Ra.
Pi stands next to a bike, wearing therapeutic boots.
This is my 50th year of being diabetic, type 1 diabetic. Because I'm not supposed to walk that much, I depend on the bicycle for my transportation.
Hi, my name is Matthew Sampson. I'm a safe streets advocate here in Washington, D.C.
Matthew is signing to camera, and a narrator reads what he's saying.
Biking is very popular in the deaf community, but many deaf people don't feel safe sharing the street with cars. Hearing people rely on sound to help them, but deaf people don't have that option. How do we make it safer for deaf people to bike? That. Protected bike infrastructure.
Matthew whizzes past on a protected bike lane.
What do I want you to know about disabled people and biking? Their body and disability is not a barrier to biking. The real barrier here is the kind of bikes available and the kind of infrastructure. If there's no safe infrastructure or no accommodating bikes, then disabled people are blocked from biking.
Produced by Rooted in Rights.